Valley Club, if you're like myself, you've been waiting all month to see how to get the complete fusion for Kro'khad the Throat Ripper. Not just the character, but also the 5-star soul and the running mate Packmaster Shayak. Well, today we got that info. It looks pretty grindy. We're going to talk about everything that you need to do if you want to get Packmaster Shayak, the 5-star soul, or both of them. If you're ready for it, you know what to do, Valley Club. Find that like button and let's go smash it. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin Raid channel. I am ValleyFlyin. I hope you're having an excellent day, and I hope you're ready for all the info on Packmaster Shayak, how to get him, how to get that 5-star soul for Kro'khad the Throat Ripper. And if you get some value from the video today, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you know as soon as a brand new video goes up. At least 5 pieces of Marvel Strike Force content every single week on this channel. But we have a few announcements I want to discuss. The first thing is what's happening tomorrow, Thursday. Then Friday, we're having the event for both Kro'khad the Throat Ripper and Packmaster Shayak. So Thursday, we have an event coming designed to help you use up all of your sacred shards. And this may be something that you want to do if you're not really going for the Packmaster or going for the 5-star soul of Kro'khad. But Thursday, August 14th, so tomorrow, progressive chance event dedicated to World Lizard Day. Not sure if that is a real day or something that Raid made up, but you're gonna get at least 15 chances to summon the champ of your choice from the select pool, Ancient, Primal, and Void Shard. So this is gonna work like most progressive chances. So your chance to get a legendary is gonna remain the same. So if we go in game right now and look at the summoning portal, we'll see that the normal rates for these is going to remain the same. So Ancient Shard's still going to be at 0.5% chance to get a legendary. Void still 0.5% chance to get a legendary. Primals will be 1%, and then you'll get a 6% chance to get a legendary from a Sacred Shard. And with that, you're gonna get, you could choose one person to be in this. So kind of like the progressive chance that is going on right now. This will give you more chance to get these select characters. So the select characters right now are pretty good. If we go, what's gonna happen tomorrow, it's gonna be all lizard characters. Legate Teox, the faction unity champ, very, very good champs. Nekmo Thar, Karen the Harvester, Pythion, great champion, Pythion, one of the former freeze, and Kro'khad the Devourer. All of them are pretty good. I think Legate Teox is the best of the bunch. And then in your Void Shard, you're still getting that low drop rate to potentially get one of these gems. But Sulfurion, Fady, Theocras, and Chris the Ageless. I think the best of the bunch is Chris the Ageless, but again, usually these progressive champs are very, very good. And because the drop rates remain the same in progressive drops, this is not something that I go for. I think these events are more designed for endgame players that are looking for specific champs and have a lot of the problems in Raid solved already, and they're just looking for specific champs to make that problem better. But if you don't want to risk that and just want to get one of the best starts in Raid Shadow Legends, use the QR code up there or the link in the description to start off your account, because if you do that, you're gonna get one of the best starts in 2025 for Raid Shadow Legends. You're gonna double legendaries, Karato Fox Hunter right off the bat. As soon as you're done with your tutorial, you get a great legendary attacker right off the bat. Then level 10, Uugo, great legendary or epic support champ. Level 20, you're gonna get Zargala, great epic damage dealer. I keep almost saying legendary. And then level 30, Tagoar, great epic reviver. And make sure within your first 24 hours, use one of these codes to get one of these legendary champs for free as well. I use the code Monkey King to get Sung Wukong. He's a great PvP damage dealer. If you want a great PvE damage dealer, use the code Demon Slayer to get Tholen Foulbeard, both great champs. And if you want a great legendary support champ, great in the end game, great in the beginning game, Desert Queen 4-2 Hanomrak is gonna get you that. You could use any one of these codes. I would recommend any one of these 3 middle characters, but you could use any one of them, but you could only use one, so choose wisely, Valley Club. But back to the tournaments that are going on right now, starting in about 13 hours from me recording this, we have a spider tournament. You could only use lizard men for the spider tournament. So I am out of this. My lizard men suck right now. I have Venom Mage, but that's pretty much it. And even my Venom Mage is not really built properly. There is a Prism Crystal for this, so there's probably a summon pool for lizards coming up very, very soon, because it is Lizard Day. So this is not something that I'm going to be able to participate in. I've been skipping a lot of this event. Did not do the Sand Devil turn attack either, because takes a lot of energy. And for myself, this soul, this prism crystals for the soul is not as worth it as the prism crystals for actual characters. So I've been skipping some of these events, but let's go to the news from this morning. And that is about how to get the Kro'khad the Throat Ripper's running mate, Packmaster Shayak, and the 5-star soul for Kro'khad. It's going to be an event starting on August 15th, coming this Friday. So this Friday, August 15th, we're launching the Orc Path. We have a chance to get a legendary champion, Packmaster Shayak, the running mate of Kro'khad the Throat Ripper. Makes that character so much better, especially if you're looking for a Hydra champ. And actually, Kro'khad the Throat Ripper's 5-star soul, which is going to increase the damage significantly. Both are needed if you want to put some big damage numbers up on Hydra. If you're only going for one, I do have my thoughts on which one you should go for. But as far as the points for this event, you can earn points by getting artifacts and accessories. This is normally very, very expensive in terms of energy or the gems that you need for the energy. It's like a dungeon divers, but you need a lot for it. And then you could also get points by summoning champs from shards. So this is not going to be like a champ chase where you could get it from summoning or doing your fragment summons or doing your fusions or anything like that. It's only from shards that you're going to get this from, and it's going to last for 72 hours. And as far as what to expect, we did have some previous Heroes Path events. Obviously, the numbers, we're not going to know them until the event actually launches on Friday, but we kind of see what to expect by looking at some of the Path events. Now, this is from last year, and this was for a different fusion character, Skorid, but this is what the Path 2 events are going to look like. The top, some of these top ones are going to cost a little less coins. You don't have to have as many coins, but as you get to the bottom for these things that people want, so in this case, it was that soul for that fusion character, 50,000 coins. So to get some of these points for this event, very easy, but to get all the big prizes, it is going to be a very costly prize. So let's go into the most recent one. The Path of the Lost for Balar the Lost and the 5-star Perfect Soul. So this is from 27 days ago. So I'm expecting that it's going to have some very similar results for Kro'khad and Packmaster Shayak. I'm a beginner, 3 months in, level 57, wondering how to approach the Path of the Lost event. I can do level 20 dungeons for the points, so I'm doing some napkin math, getting Balar the Lost. So again, it's not going to be exactly the same, but because this is the most recent Path 2 event that we had, I'm expecting very, very similar requirements and very similar shard or energy requirements. So to get Balar in the previous event cost 92,250 points or 20 and a half sacred shards. Yeah, you heard that right. 20 and a half sacred shards. It is going to cost a lot of sacred shards if you want this. If you are a spender, this may be something that you are looking for if you need some Hydra damage. You could also spend energy to get these points, but it's going to take a lot of energy. So for the Balar Lost, it costs a little over 47,000 energy. That is a lot of gems to refresh that to get that 130 per 40 gems spent. And if you get Balar the Lost plus that 5-star soul, that is 180,000 points or 40 sacred shards. My goodness, how long is it going to take to save up 40 sacred shards or 92,150 energy? This player doesn't have any sacred shards at that time. And as far as the two times events, Hell Hades Pat calculator says each one is worth $13. So if you wanted to buy this champ, would end up costing $266. And that is assuming that you're getting good deals, because sometimes the deals that pop up in the game, sometimes they're really good and are worth taking advantage of. Sometimes they're not as good. And hopefully, like when I spend, I'm hoping that these good deals are aligning with these events. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't though. So that is what it would cost on a best case scenario, $13 for each sacred shard. And as far as the more quick napkin math, and I guess this was AI math, so be careful with these cautions, this user says, because these were done with AI. But the TLDR of this for the Balar Hills Path, Balar, 21 shards, the soul is 19 shards, and these are sacred shards, not just ancient, not just primal. These are sacred shards. So Balar the Lost plus the soul is 40 shards. The mythical materials, so some extra ones, is 13 extra shards, so it could be very, very expensive. 2 mythical books is 16 shards. So the material plus 2 books plus the 22 shards, that is all rewards. 56 shards will get you all of that. So Yeah, I guess if you're looking to do the path to events, I would just focus on what you're trying to get. So for me, it is going to be that Packmaster Shayak. My reasoning to get Packmaster Shayak is I'm thinking that eventually I could get the souls for Kro'khad the Throat Ripper. Looks like a very, very good champ, and all the testing that other content creators have done seem like this guy, even without Packmaster Shayak, is doing some huge damage numbers. But going back to what I am gonna do, like I said, I think eventually you could get that soul for this character with you know, just opening your soul stones. Between that and looking at that soul store every day, hopefully you get enough savings that you could get this soul. So I'm thinking eventually we could get this, but I may never, ever, ever, ever get Packmaster Shayak. I know there's some characters that some people are saying, yeah, I've been playing 3-4 years and I still don't have that character. So I am going to go for Packmaster Shayak. Now, like I said, you should really plan out what you're doing. Again, this is not what we're going to have on Friday, but it should be something similar to this. Normally, what you have to do with these events is get a key. And in this case, the key was right here. Once you go back, you go down the path, go back up, use one of the keys. And then in this case, it was that 5-star soul for that fusion champ. And then you can get even more keys to get more unlocks, to get these legendary books and everything like that. So it can be very, you do need to plan out your path. If you go to the wrong path, it could cost you more shards or could cost you more energy than you would need to spend. So plan out your path once that event launches on Friday. Well, I'm probably going to do another video with the best case scenario on the cheapest way to get either Packmaster or the soul, or both if you're looking for both. But as far as back to the napkin math, and again, take this with a grain of salt because as usual says, the calculations were done by AI. This is the table and efficiency cost for hard mode dungeons if you open all the shards obtained from the dungeons as well. So stage 1 through stage 10, this is the hard mode. As far as your percentage for artifacts is 99.5% chance to get an artifact from the hard mode dungeons. The percent chance from ancient shards, 0.5%. And assuming that you are opening those, I think that's done in these calculations. I'm not sure. The average coins per run. So obviously you're getting more coins the harder stage dungeon that you go. So 34.56 at stage 1 is the average coins that you're getting per run. And then at stage 10, 36.25 coins that you're getting per run. Now the coins that you're getting per energy, 1.73, and I think that means it's a better ratio to do the higher one because 1.81 seems like it's a better ratio than 1.73. So it just seems like more coins you're getting per energy, which I think is a little opposite the way that I'm normally thinking for the normal events. And I'm not sure if it's different because it's a path to event or if I'm reading this calculations right, but it looks like you're getting more coins per energy as opposed to normally running stage 20 to get the most efficient use of energy per points for normal tournaments. Now, this is the table for the resource needed if you only use one resource type, either 40 gems for, example, 40 gems for 100 energy. So if you just wanted Balar, like I said, it would be 21 shards. If you wanted the soul, 19 shards. If you wanted Balar the soul plus the shards, it would be 40 of these sacred shards. Now, as far as that would cost per energy, Balar energy, you need about 50,000 energy, and that is assuming the level 10, stage 10 of hard. That's assuming 1.81 of coins per energy spent. So 50,000 of that energy. And if you look at the gems, and that is assuming that you are at max level with gems, you're getting every 40 gems, 130 energy. If you are not at certain levels, I can't remember what the threshold is, you're getting a little less than that. I think the cutoff might be level 50 that you're getting all 130. But yeah, it's every 40 gems. So that is a lot of gems that you would need. Now, if you were looking for just a soul for this previous event, I'm assuming that the soul for the Throat Ripper or Kro'khad the Throat Ripper and Packmaster Shayak would be very similar to cost because this, like I said, this is the most recent event. But a lot of coins that you would need to get for that. 82,250 coins. That is 19 sacred shards or 45,380 energy or 13,000 gems. Now, if you wanted both, and if you're someone that's going for both Packmaster Shayak and that 5-star Throat Ripper soul, then I'm assuming it's gonna be very similar to this. 180,000 coins was needed for both of those. I'm assuming it's gonna be very similar. 40 sacred shards if you're doing that with from energy, almost 100,000 energy, or 30,000, more than 30,000 gems for all that. So that could be very, very expensive. Now, if you wanted all the materials, the mythic materials, the mythical books, the mythical materials plus the mythical books, and just get everything, 250,000 coins or 56 sacred shards. Now, it might be worth it for Kro'khad and the soul for Packmaster, or Packmaster and the soul. I am not sure if I'm spending 13 sacred shards for some mythical materials, 16 sacred shards for 2 mythical books. I don't even have any mythical characters that need books right now. So yeah, for me, it's not worth it. Maybe if you have a lot of mythical characters, with this might be worth it for you. But I, like I said, am just going for Packmaster Shayak. Wasn't sure what kind of event would be, so I was saving all my fragments. I did not have any, actually, there was some fusions I could do for a few characters. Did not do any of them. Could have gotten Razin right now, but don't have them yet. So I am just, I'm gonna go for Packmaster Shayak. That was the big thing that I was hoping for this month. I knew I would get the fusion with some grinding, but Packmaster was the big question mark for me. Hopefully this solves it for you and allows you to do these events that are going on right now, letting you know if you want to do the spider event that is starting tomorrow for that prism crystal. If you want to do that adventure deck of fate that's going on right now, you do have some pinpoint gear in that, but if you're saving for Kro'khad soul or Packmaster's actually character, yeah, you might have wanted to save for that. So that is what I'm doing. Let me know what you're doing in the comments down below, guys. Are you skipping this entirely? Are you trying for Packmaster? Maybe you have Packmaster and you're trying for the soul. Let me know what you're doing. Let me know if you're trying for both as well. If you got some value from this video, leave the video a like. Check out some of the other videos on the channel. Of course, if you want to get off to one of the best starts in Rage Legends for 2025, use that QR code up there or the link in the description. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Hulk fist bump. ValleyFlyin out. Take care, guys.